Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm Sergey from Russia and I improve my English with this YouTube channel. Today I want to tell you about plugin from MotionVFX company called mFreezeFrame Movie. With this plugin you can make an amazing freeze frame effect on the frame that you choose. And you can pay attention on the character of your video and you can write who is that character and what actor plays that role, because in this plugin we have not only effect, but we have amazing titles there. We have different backgrounds, we have different cool visual effects and so on and so on. The good thing in this plugin is that it is easy to use. It is very easy to use. In 2 minutes you can make an amazing visual effect without any settings, but this plugin has a lot of settings there, but you don't need to change that settings to have an amazing effect. So, I want to tell you about this plugin more, but first let's watch what we can get with this plugin. I made some examples and let's see 20 seconds. Let's see what we have. Okay, you watched the two or three examples of this plugin, and the main way to use this plugin is to make this type of freeze frame. You can see here parallax effect. The background is blurring in that time when the main character goes closer to us, and the scale of the main character increases, and of course we pay attention on this character. And with titles of this plugin I can write who is this girl. But before we start, I want to tell you a bad thing about this plugin. This plugin needs a lot of performance of your computer, and it will be great if you have the latest Mac to use this plugin, because I have Mac that I bought in 2014, and it's not fast to use this plugin, because when I change any setting of this plugin I need to wait 20 or 30 seconds to see the effect that I have. And I advise you to turn off the background render when you work with this plugin. I want to show you how you can make this. You have to press comma, and on the background playback tab you should turn off background render, because if the background render is turned on, and when background render begins to render your timeline, and then you want to change any settings, background render needs to stop, and it needs time to stop the background render, and I think it's not fast when you use background render in this way. But if you want to watch your clip in real time, you have to render only this part of your video by pressing Ctrl or button. I will show you how I do that. So let's see what how to make this effect. Okay, for example, I have this type of video and I want to make freeze frame with this frame, and I go to the titles and generators sidebar, and I have here mFreezeFrame movie. Of course, because this plugin is from MotionVFX, you can install the plugin with min installer from MotionVFX. And we have here a new category mFreezeFrame movie, and first of all we have to choose what type of effect we will work with. For example, I want to use this type of effect, and I connect it to the frame I chose. Okay, then I want to decide what length of this freeze frame I will have. For example, I want this effect to be 3 seconds long. I press Ctrl D button to activate the timecode display, and then I press 3 and point on my keyboard, and then I press enter to change the length of this freeze frame. So you can see 3 seconds long it is. Then we have in the viewer we can see this tool. With this tool we have to choose the object that we have. Of course, you can change the zoom of your frame, of your viewer, and let's do that thing. You can choose object that you need. For example, of course in this frame I choose, and I will use this girl. And the good thing is about this plugin is that we can blur the edge. We can blur this edge, and okay, I finish the selection, and then so our effect is done. But I want to change one thing. I go to the inspector on the first tab where we can see the settings of this plugin, and I change mask blur range to the maximum range. It is 10 here to blur this edge, and it will be more cool, more. I think it will better to blur the range, to blur this edge. Okay, to see this effect, I have to render this part of my timeline. So I select this part and I press Ctrl R to render the selection. And I need to wait 30 or 40 seconds to render that selection. Well, I've rendered the selection, and there are not any dots here. and we can see this effect and in real time. Ta-dum! The effect is done, and I think it's cool. But if you want to change any settings, of course you can do it. I think that my end animation is not good here, and I want to turn it off. I go to the inspector and I turn off animation out, on, off. Okay. Then I will not tell you about all the settings because you don't need to change them to have the greatest effect. But if you want, you can, of course, you can watch what this or that settings made. But this group this group work with mask attribution. You can change mask, you can increase it, you can decrease it, you can invert the mask, you can rotate the mask, and this settings is about mask. Other settings is other group is about background. Of course, you can blur background more or less. If you want, you can change the color of background. You can change the saturation and other settings. Then we have the group about lightning of background. You can change the type of bokeh, you can change type of background blur and other. But I want to tell you, and I want to show this thing. You can change the lot of your video to pay attention not only with this freeze frame, but to pay attention with color, with changing of color of your video. And there are a group of, there is a group of lots here, and you can change to see the result you want. For example, I like this type of lot colorization. Okay, let's go to the titles. I go to the top of this mFreezeFrame movie group, and there are a lot of texts and titles here. For example, I want to use this type of title. I add it above my title with effect, and of course I press Option right bracket to decrease the length of this title. And when you choose this title, you can move it to this side of the picture where you want it to be. As you can see, my computer is not great with performance, and it's not fast to me to work with this plugin. Okay, if you want to have two lines of this title, of course you can do that by moving this part of title here, and of course you can change the words here. For example, created by Sergey Patin. Okay, I think it's cool to see my name in the movie. And then we go to the overlay effects, and I love them because we can add an amazing an amazing overlay effect here. For example, I want light effects to be added. I remove it here. Oh, my poor Mac. Okay, but of course, if you have the latest Mac, I think this plugin will work fast, and you shouldn't wait too long time to see the changing of the settings. Okay, I have the light effects here. If you want, you can change that effect texture, effect opacity, and other other things. For example, I want to have here light 3, maybe a light 4. To see this effect in real time, I want to render this part of my timeline by pressing Command R. Well, let's see what we have now. Ta-dum! Ta-dum! I think this effect is easy to use, and it's great and amazing. If you want to purchase this plugin, you can do that by clicking the link in the description of my video. Please hit the like button and support me by your likes, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.